Alright guys, welcome back. Right now, kind of what I wanted to show you guys before I let my car cool down. First off, Mike and I finished the brake pads at the rear, and we did spark plugs. Spark plugs actually seem to have helped. It just seems to run a little bit crisper, if you will. One thing I wanted to show you guys too is my intake air temperature is 98 degrees and my coolant temperature is 195. I just got back from doing a little drive. So what we're going to do right now is I am going to use my trusty dusty laser pointer thingy that tells you degrees, and we're going to see what the temperature of the throttle body is right now. It is also ambient temp is 55. Like I said, my coolant or my intake air temperature is 98 degrees, even though the ambient's 55, so that's why you don't buy a short ram intake, just as a pro tip. And then coolant temp, like I said, is 195. So what we're going to do, because I just got back from going to Home Depot to get some of these, the verbiage, because trying to ask people for screw protectors where they cover the threads. Screw thread protectors is actually what they're called. They're 61 cents. I didn't know what size to get, so I bought all three sizes. I'm doing this for the coolant bypass mod, because you got to cap the feed and the return for the coolant line on the throttle body. But let's check out and see how much or how hot the throttle body is right now. I am curious, because from what I have read, once you do the throttle body, the coolant bypass mod, your throttle body temperature is supposed to go down. Obviously, cooler temperature, cooler the intake charge and all that hip jazz, means faster car, essentially. So right now, like, let's make sure this is accurate. And yes, I'm in Arizona and it's raining. It has been raining for quite some time, so it's 56 degrees. Outside, coming in here, 62. So as long as I am, I think it's 14 inches away from the throttle body. So it's in the throttle body, about 100 and... Come on, focus, you fat sack of... Well, oh god. I can't believe it's not reading it. Okay, how about I do this? There we go. 116, 112, 117. Shit, yeah, that's hot. Guys, that's hot. The throttle body's hot after you're done driving around. So yeah, I am going to let the coolant, if you will, cool down, because I don't want to touch hot coolant. But essentially, you just remove those two hoses, connect the hoses together in one way or another. That way you have a recirculating cooling system. But yeah, so those thread protectors are to cap those. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go eat and whatnot, and then come back in about an hour and get started on this pile of crap. I may even do my thermostat today. Who knows? We'll find out. All right, guys. So it's been about an hour. It's dark, but it's only like 6, I think, almost 6. Gave it some time to cool down. It is currently reading 90, so you can see it, 92, 95, about 95 degrees. So should be good enough. I'll show you what to do and how to go about doing it. It's gonna be a little difficult because I only have flashlights, and this garage light sucks, but we'll get through it. All right, guys. So really, all you have to do is take off your intake. Mine's laying over there. You gotta take out your intake, obviously unplug the map and whatnot. But down here, you have a feed and a return line. When you take them off, make sure to, because they will leak coolant, make sure to just tilt them up, like up and out of the way. Now, I think the previous owner of my car must have done it before, because if you look, worm clamps, and this isn't a factory hose. It's got a worm clamp over here. Factories don't use worm clamps. So, and it's pretty long. So my guess is the previous owner put everything back to stock, which is cool, whatever. But I took that one out, and you gotta pull this one out. This one I believe is the feed, because that's a coolant pipe right there, that black one. And it tees off right here. So if you follow it, it comes down. And essentially what I'm gonna do, which I won't be able to film me doing because it's just me, I am going to basically reroute this to go onto that nipple of the black pipe when I take off this hose. What I would typically, what I was going to do before I kind of investigated this, we have coolant coming out. Coolant, you're still pouring out. Yeah, okay, so let's, shouldn't lose any more coolant. So what I would have had you guys do before is get this male barbed coupler. So it's, hopefully you can, it's barbed on both ends. And essentially, I would have just pulled both of these hoses off and then connected them together using this fitting. So just put one side of this fitting in on this hose, put the other side of the fitting on this hose, like the actual hose itself. So they would be routed together. But yeah, since I don't need to do that, whatever, I'll just take this back, get my money back or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Then obviously you gotta cap it. These, because you can't have these just chilling open like that, so you gotta cap them. And that's what these caps are for that I have. But I'll report back when I find out what size you need. So I just did the reroute. So that's what you cap. Like I said, one's a feed, one's a return. And then there's this hose right here that you would, if you do the method that I was saying and the thread that I'll link in the description of this video, then you weren't gonna do exactly what I did. Now granted, like I said, the previous owner must have done it because this hose was already installed here and it connected to here. But it's long enough, or the OEM one isn't this long, that I was able to pull this hose, or the hose that went to the bottom one, which is I believe the feed, to this black coolant pipe. So it was long enough for it to reach. You see it comes down, goes around, comes under here, and goes to it. Completely bypassed going through the throttle body. So, like I said, if anything, it really only hinders maybe in colder climates. Like I said, I'm in Arizona. There's not much of a hindrance. So I'm just gonna bypass that and go for a drive either tonight or tomorrow, and then update you guys at the end of this video after I'm done editing it and let you know how it's driving. Other than that, like I said, that's pretty much all you do. Take out that, or at least the intake, all the associating parts. Either grab a long, and I'm pretty sure it's a quarter inch. I'd probably say that's a little over a foot, maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet. What I'd recommend getting if you want to do this, pop that off, right up through there, and you're good to go. Other than that, I am going to go ahead and conclude today's videos and everything. So, yes.